It's the ABS sensor. Which needs to be removed. Come around here. You see where my finger's pointing just here, there's a small rebate and that fits on there like so. This comes in from behind. Okay, so that's good. Now we take this part and hang this round the back in the small rebate there. Take this part, push it through the wheel nuts like so. Take the draw screw, which I've already pre-oiled. You must oil it every time. Two together. Pull it up a hand. Take the slack up eventually. Here we go. Next item is this 30mm hex, double hex or otherwise, and that wants placing and locking in somewhere. If you've got a 30mm spanner, that'll do just as well, but in my case I like to use this. There you go, because I can control both. Take 22mm spanner on the end, turn it clockwise. Don't use an impact gun. That's the bar locking in place. You can now see the bearing coming out, almost like a knife through butter. That's pretty much there. And there's the whole lot removed in one foul swift lot. There's the ring that it's pulled. One shot bearing. Ooh, that's noisy. What we're going to do is we're just going to clean out the aperture, remove any grease, dirt or otherwise that's in there. That will prevent the clips from going back. If you come around and have a look, you'll see there's this rebate along the inside here, which is important to keep clean, and also you need to clean it right round at the back to make certain that she goes all the way home. And also the tool sits in there in a rebate behind. So what we're going to do is just get a die grinder with a lovely little brush on the end. Safety glasses, of course. Don't want these going in your eyes. It will spoil your day if you have to go to the A&E. wipe out afterwards. Just a smear of grease, tiny little bit, doesn't need a lot. Just ease it in. Take the new bearing, exactly the same process for the front wheel drive. Okay, this is the mounting clip. This is the most important thing that you need to inspect before you put it in. If these are bent in, buckled, or not far enough out, it won't seat home and could always drift afterwards. So you need to make certain that it's securely home, all the parts are in there and as they should be. You then take the silver shrouds, push them in, make certain they're nice and home. Being careful to pay attention to the rebates in them again, because you need those to be in the correct place on the hub, otherwise they won't fit these things here and it will spin and damage them and you'll never get the bearing all the way home. Bit of brute force, not too much of course. These bearing pushing plates fit nicely on the clip and they're snug and it pushes the bearing home exactly as it should be. You then take the two black seats, you can see that they've been a little bit dirty and they fit nice and neatly and snugly on the side. You can see they fit nice and neatly, snugly all the way to the back of the bearing face where it almost sits home, so that way when you pull it in you can see what's going on. Mount the bearing up to it, give it a tap so it's somewhere near home. Big nut at the back again. She sits in a nice little rebate. On the front, it's a bit of a juggle, but you can manage. This is recently oiled, so she'll do. Take up the slack. Now obviously you'd like this to pull in nice and square, so you need to go slowly. Don't use an impact gun, as the threads don't like it, and you could go too far too quick and cause yourself issues. This is a 30mm nut on the back here. I've just chosen to use a double hex one because it just allows me that little bit more leeway. Now push her so as she's home, take up the slack, and you want to film from the side please, and you can see her pulling it up. And you're pushing on the correct bearing faces. Once again locking up. When this goes home it makes a nice resounding clunk or click. And she's going now, she's not far away. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to wind back a little bit, inspect the bearing for fitting by just removing this. if the snap-on man is watching, I didn't really use that as a hammer. Inside, you can see on this face here. Okay, you see on this face here how the clip's not all the way home. So what we need to do is just allow it to go home. Just put this back in place. Don't be frightened to inspect it. It doesn't cost you anything, doesn't hurt. Only takes a few seconds. There we go. I've just felt it go click. Just push on that last little bit to be sure. All the way home, and the little clips that were poking out are now completely inside the rebate. And I felt it give and drop in. Now all you need to do, pull this apart, put it away, put your brakes back on. Done.